Okay, so today I will be administering BPC157 for the first time, as you can see here. And the reason I am doing this is because about 6 days ago, I suffered a very bad ankle sprain. It was an inversion sprain, grade 3 tear of my ATFL. And I've sprained my ankles before, growing up playing basketball, football, baseball. So it's not anything new, but this was definitely one of the worst ankle sprains I have ever received. So I figured, why not use this as an excuse to try BPC157 for the first time, because I have been hearing some really good things about it as far as how it promotes angiogenesis and promotes the healing of soft tissue injuries such as tendons and ligaments really well. So a little bit timeline. So about 6 days ago was when I injured my ankle. The very next day I couldn't walk, but surprisingly about 2 days later, so around Thursday and Friday, I could walk with a limp. And then fast forward today, it's Monday, about 6 days later. I don't know, I might show some pictures in the video, but I can walk all right, but I just, I still can't run. So I'm gonna try to inject BPC157 to see how it improves my recovery process. As you can see here, I have all the equipment necessary. And of course, this is all just for research purposes. I do not condone this. As if you want to do this at home, I don't really give a fuck. So anyways, I have my bacterostatic water, I have the peptide, I have 2 insulin syringes, one for reconstitution and one for injection, and I have sterile alcohol pads. All right, so what I have is I have the 10 milligrams, so I will be reconstituting with about 200 units of bacterostatic water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this out, fill this with air. Okay. Fuck. This. And it's kind of hard. Okay. I have 100 units of bacterostatic water, and I am going to boom. So slowly let it drip inside. Okay. Once again, we're doing 200 units of bacterostatic water to reconstitute the peptide. this. All right, now we're gonna just let it shake around a little bit. And I've heard that there's really no difference between the oral versus the subcutaneous injection, but I've also heard some anecdotally anecdotes that subcutaneous injections is better for localized injury recovery, so that's why I went with the injectable version instead of oral version. Okay, so now it's reconstituted, as you can see here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my second syringe. Actually, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna take my second syringe. And because this is 10 milligrams, I'm gonna be using a dosage of about 500 micrograms, which on a 100 unit insulin needle, which will go up to about 10 to 15 units. So that's where I will stop the draw. So first, pull the air. Okay. Now we're gonna push the air in. Damn, son. Shit's hard. Okay, now we're gonna tip it over. Now we're gonna draw about 10 to 15 units. Oh shit, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I have about 10 units, so it's probably better to bear on the side of caution. And because it is an ankle injury, I will be injecting it to an area of my body that is closest to the site of injury, which will be my calf. Okay. See here, there's the ankle. Oh, hold up, almost forgot the alcohol pads. Damn, this is a 10-minute video. Okay. All right, let's do right here. Okay. Now we inject 10 units of, and some of you are afraid of needles. I get it, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know? All right. Simple. As you can see, this is 6 days after the injury. I still have the blood right here. God damn, man. My toes are purple. And of course on this side. So hopefully the BPC157 will accelerate the healing process. And that's me injecting BPC157 for the first time.